So our next posture is called a standing back bend. And I first have to say that I think calling it a back bend is a bit of a misnomer because a lot of people have misconceptions about where the bend actually occurs in your back. So I'm going to try to be very, very clear about where this extension is coming from. And we're just going to be doing a very, very gentle back bend. So you're in the same starting position as you were for mountain. Your feet are a comfortable distance apart, not too wide, not too close together. And if you're not sure, you're welcome to look down and just check in and see where your feet are. Okay. You're going to take your hands and place them on the back of your hip bones and fan them out. So your thumbs are going to be just on the crest of your hips, and your fingers are actually fanned out and pointing down, if that's not too uncomfortable through your shoulders. Okay, so why are your hands here? They're here to remind you that you're not allowed to lean on your hands. So even though your hands are here, they're not really taking any weight. They're giving you a place to move from. So to go into our back bend, the first thing you're going to do is shift your weight a little bit forward so that you feel like your hips are coming towards the wall in front of you. And you're still maintaining a fairly long posture, a fairly long spine, but you'll notice that there's slightly less weight in your heels now and a little more weight in the balls of your feet. So where your hands are resting, they're going to stay here. And when you inhale, you're going to lift your sternum, your breastbone, up to the ceiling. So Dave, you might want to turn 90 degrees now so we can see your back bend. So just taking a moment to find your feet and shifting your weight forward, and then very gently inhale and lift your sternum. And your gaze will be lifted as well, but you want to make sure that you're not putting your neck in a compromised position. So you're really thinking about lengthening out through the crown of your head and just looking up and away, not allowing your head just to fall backwards. And lifting your sternum, lift your breastbone, lift, 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 lift. Breathing in. You'll probably notice that while you're here, it's a little bit more difficult to breathe in, but you'll have to breathe in perhaps more often with slightly smaller breaths. The other thing that's very important to remember is that you're not collapsing back into your hands. You are in fact lifting up out of your hands and not really bending in your lower back at all, but actually lengthening through your upper back and lifting your sternum, your breastbone, as high as you can. To come out of this, the first thing you'll want to do is nod your head and then bend your knees and then let your body kind of roll forward into a little bit of a curl. You don't roll all the way over, just let your body kind of hang forward, let your arms drape from your shoulders, and just give your hips a little shimmy, let your shoulders have a little shimmy, and then slowly bring yourself back up to standing and take a moment to rest.